Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and today we're going to work with rice paper. Now I know I've had a lot of you guys who have asked me over the years to please work with some rice paper. I have before, but not a lot, but this whole video is going to be dedicated to doing different things with rice paper. So rice paper is similar to tissue paper or napkins, paper napkins. So in other words, it will tear the same. If you wet it, it usually will tear the same as your paper napkins do. So it's a lot similar to that. As you can see, it has some fibers and things in there that tissue paper or napkins don't, but it usually tears and everything about the same way if you just wet it a little bit. Now, this is some that we've had in for a while. This is brand new. It just came in today. This one is called Manuscript. I had to think just a minute. So I really like this one. And as you can see on the back, you can really see the fibers in there. So it's tissue paper basically with material fibers in there. Now, I'm going to work with my collage podge. We can't get this anymore. We sold out and we can't get it anymore. They've stopped making it. So, we do have a new Mod Podge. Now, you guys know that I have said over the years, I'm not a big fan of Mod Podge, but the new Mod Podge that we have got in is made with the same formula as this is. So, it's supposed to work the same way. Now, I have not used it yet because I'm going to try to use this up before I open up another bottle of something else. But according to everything that I'm reading about it and everything Melina read about it before she ordered it, it's supposed to have the same ingredients in it as this does. So maybe if you don't have this, you can grab you some Mod Podge, the new Mod Podge we have. We don't have any of that old stuff that was tacky and sticky. I'm just squirting some out on a plate. Just a paper plate. That's my fine china there. And then, let's see, what shall we start with? Let's just start with one of these big tags. Now, I thought I would use this one to go in this journal. I like the flowers together. So I'm going to use part of this to go in that journal. And I just grabbed up this tag. This was the tag that someone sent me. It has just a little bit, let's see if we can, there we go. Just a little bit of real faint writing on there, so I think this would work pretty good. And I may not cover my whole tag. I may just cut it or tear it like that and then put something else down here. I'm trying to decide. I think first I might put down some book page. You know I like my book page. That will just kind of get me going. And I may even cover up part of the book page. But if I do, I do. I just need something to get me going. Because I don't work with tissue paper or rice paper or anything like that a lot. So when you don't work with something a lot, you kind of, or at least I do, I kind of have to have a little starter. A little starter. And I can always get started with book page. This is some that Katie sent me. It's an old book. Like 18 something. Okay, I like that there. And then we can just cut off the excess. So let's do that. And I think I'm just going to use my collage podge to put this down too. Oh, I need to get my big mat. Let me get a mat to put down. Should have done that way before I got started, but guess what? I didn't. And that's okay. We can still do it. We're just going to have to move some things. Okay. This is the mat that we sell. And mine has been folded up in a drawer. Is the only reason it has that fold in there. I don't have a place to hang it, so I fold it and put it in my drawer. But this is a non-stick craft mat. And even though you get glue on there, it'll wipe right off. When you finish, I usually just take mine to the sink with a little hot soapy water. Comes right off. Now, I need my little card here. There we go. So I put up another video this morning, and it is finishing that journal that we were working on. So you guys can go over and check that one out if you're interested. That was a lot of fun making that journal. I enjoyed it. I'll probably make more of those. It was easy too, so. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to tear. And when you hit those fibers, it'll try to tear the wrong way, so you just have to kind of hold your thumbs together and do like a fussy tear, just like you would on regular paper. Doesn't tear quite as easy as your napkins do, but it will tear. See, I hit a fiber there, so it was kind of hard to tear. There we go. Yeah, I think I'll do that, but I'm going to put a little book page up here at the top just to cover that. Then that will be, yeah, and that will be all of that covered up. Now, if you want to put your glue, like your art glitter glue, out on something like this and just use it, you can do that too. Now, this tag being white, it's going to make my camera do some funky things, so hopefully it won't bug you too much. My camera tries to adjust to the colors, and I don't think it really knows how to. So sometimes when I have white in my screen, if I don't have a little dark color in there with it, it tries to make an adjustment, and sometimes it gets too dark. So let me pull the plate over out of the way. That will help some. You guys know that I'll be dipping it in the plate there, so we're not going to be concerned with that. There we go. And then I'll leave my scissors, which are black handled, right there, and that should help. Alright. Then let's go ahead and use our card on this and just press it down real well. Get all the little air bubbles and everything out of it. Looks like I need to go back over right there. A big bubble right there for some reason. Put that on there and then do that. Now, I'll stitch around these anyway, but if you're not going to stitch, you can just go ahead and make sure your glue is real well all over. But I'm going to stitch on mine anyway. Now, I'm going to tear a little of this top off, just because I don't want a straight edge. See how that fiber just pulls on that? And I'm not going to wet mine. You could wet it with a little brush if you wanted to. Tears a little bit easier. But I'm just going to go with it like that. Okay. I got a little nakedness right there, so I'm going to have to put another piece of book page. Let's just grab this piece. And we'll just glue that down there. Now, I could have probably saved a lot of time if I had just covered this whole thing over with some book page first, but that's okay. I didn't really know if I wanted book page behind this, because sometimes if you've got it writing on this and writing on your book page, it shows through kind of weird. It's like almost like you've got a double vision. I think I like that better right there anyway. Okay. Now, this is not as tender. I'll call it tender. This is not as tender as tissue paper. So you can get a little bit rougher with it when you start putting it down. It's not as easy to tear as tissue paper is, or as paper napkins are. There we go. Look at that. I like that. I really, really like that. And I'll cut the bottom of this tag off a little bit, because this is a very, very tall tag. When everything dries, I'll cut the bottom off just a little. But we're going to lay that one aside for now. And I'll also add like a a label and something else on it, but I'm going to lay it aside for right now, and we'll work on another. Now, I just have a wet wipe here. You can see my glue just wipes right up. I usually wait till it dries, but I was just going to show you that it comes right up off of there. Alright, I want to put some of that script on this one, on that brown. I think that'll look good. Wow, the brown tag just disappeared, didn't it? With this being brown and that being brown, it just disappeared. It really doesn't show through at all. Let's see. Maybe we'll go with something else. What if we put some script on this one? I kind of like that. Now, that shows through a little bit better. So, I don't know about the brown. I may do it, but I may use a different tissue paper. So, let's put this on here. Now, this is another tag that someone sent. It's very pretty, but I just wanted to add a little bit too. Trying to see which side I want to use. And this is a shiny surface on this tag, but that's not going to matter. Not going to make a difference. And I'm going to cover the whole tag with this rice paper. Just going to cover it all. Yeah, it's a lot easier working with your rice paper than it is tissue paper or your napkins, just because it is a little bit stronger because it has those fibers in it. Let's see if we can let a few of these dry and then do a little embellishing on them too. Oh, I like that. That's going to be a pretty tag when we finish that one. Just enough of that background shows through that it dresses it up and makes it really, really pretty. Okay, we'll lay that one aside and let it dry, and then we'll come back and do some embellishing on it. Now, I have some of these tags, and I thought we might use those. Yeah, I kind of like that too. Now, you do not have to cover the whole thing. Keep that in mind. You can cover just parts of the tag. So if you have a tag that you like, but you just want to add a little added extra, then don't cover it all. Just cover parts of it. But I'm going to cover all of mine on that right there. I like that. And I don't mind it that it cuts the words off. I don't mind that at all. So we're just going to cover it all. And I don't think, since that's got some writing on that, I don't think I'm going to put anything else on it. I'll check in just a minute. Let's see. I don't think any of the writing will actually show, but it has a little bit of music page on that side, or a little bit of this, whatever that is. That's not music page, but that's the notes and stuff. So let's see if we can use a little, just a little bit of music page. Just here and there. Again, just to do a little bit of underneath embellishing. Okay, so make sure that we put our glue on top of that, and then we'll lay this down. Oh yeah, I like that. You can barely see it, and you guys may not can see it at all, but I can see it in person. Sounds like somebody is outside my door. Never fails when I get busy. Well, it is a huge... Well, he just turned around and left. It was a huge, huge truck. McCurry van rental. I don't know what that was all about. But he turned around and left real quick. Guess he decided he was at the wrong place. I don't know if any of you have had this lately or not. You may not buy very much from Amazon like we do, but we have had anybody and everybody delivering for Amazon. I mean, yesterday we had 2 different vehicles that came, and they were just like regular vehicles. Didn't even have any signs or anything on them. It was kind of like, okay, you have my goods? I don't know what's going on with that. Now, another way that you can do this, if you don't want to try to cut it, you can just take your little sanding block and sand that off on the edges. But I think that turned out pretty. I like that. And once I stitch and do a little inking, it's going to be a gorgeous tag. And you can write on the back of that one. Don't know if I'll add a lot onto this one. I like how that looks. And let's see. Right here, I think you can see the music page under there. And then a little bit down here at the bottom. Right, let's grab another. Let's try this lighter brown and see if it will work. I'm going to wipe that up just because I don't want it on the back of my tag. Okay. It will, but it's still going to look pretty brown in the back, isn't it? Let me think a minute. See, I think if we put book page on there, you're going to see both writings, and I don't like that look. It looks like my vision is gone. Now, I have some of these sheets. They're real thin, but I thought about making some of these into journaling cards or tags, but I can't really use it that way. I mean, I could, but it's real flimsy, and I don't really like the solidness of it, the brightness. So I'm going to tone it down with a little bit of this, and then we'll use it in our journal as probably a journaling card. And I think that's going to work fine. And I'm going to go with this side maybe. Have a little bit of that dark brown on there. Yeah, and I'm still going to have to back it with something else because it's still kind of thin. But I'll wait till it dries completely. And then we'll also put probably a little flower or something on the front to kind of go up through here. It'll look like you have flowers in the background and flowers in the foreground. Now, I can't do a lot of talking when I'm doing this because I'm having to concentrate. Yeah, and we'll round the corners when this dries, but we'll probably come up through here with one of those thin flowers and do that. So I'm going to lay that one over here. Now I think I'll use this big flower on this one, and I'm going to cover part of this paper bag. The other part we'll cover with something else. I don't know if we'll cover it with book page or what. I'm going to use the big flower off of this. Wow, look at that fiber. That one didn't want to come apart, did it? Now, these are some of the paper bags that we carry in the store. These are the small ones. I think this is small. We have small, medium, and large. Then I'll use this paper bag in my journal. Let's see. Let's put it maybe like that. But I don't want this straight edge, so we're going to try our best to tear that off. I have no luck tearing these with my ruler, so that's why I usually just do it with my fingers. I like that. I don't know if I'll put anything under it or not. What do you think? Think just that or something under there? Alright, let's lay a piece of book page down and just look at it. And if it doesn't look right, then we'll pull it up and just do that. No, I'm liking it better just this on there. I like that dark brown background. So that's what we're going to do. Now these paper bags are not real thick, So they may, you know, buckle up a little bit on you when you put this collage page on it. But if you just let it dry and then put it under something heavy, it'll be fine. I don't have any problem with them. I have sprayed them and everything else. Okay, let's put this down about like that. And I don't mind those little fuzzy fibers sticking out there. I don't mind that. Kind of makes it look good. I did put my glue all over, and that's okay. It'll dry. And it dries clear, so that's the good part. I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. I like that. I really do. Like I said, I kind of like those fibers hanging out there. So when that dries, like I said, I will flatten it out. You could iron it too after it dries if you want to. Won't hurt it with a little iron. I usually just put them under something heavy. It's a lot quicker than ironing. I don't like to iron. I think on this side I might cover this with something. I may not use that. What about we just cover it with some tissue? I mean, some old vintage. This is old vintage music page. Sorry about the That's very inconsiderate. I know I shouldn't say that. Sometimes when I'm doing something like this new that I haven't done in a while, my mind is just blank. And I shouldn't say I should just not say anything. But you know, that's how we roll sometimes around here. Now, I am going to ink this up because I think inking it up will make it look a lot more vintage. Like it was torn this way from the beginning. This is very fragile. Paint some on this. Now, I'm going to cover this side up over here, so I'll probably put it more to this side than the other. Now, you could put your glue on the back of that. I'm just sticking it on here. I'm not going to worry too much about it. If I don't get it exactly right, it'll dry clear, so that's okay. And if I don't get enough, I can always go back and run my brush under there and put a little bit more. I'm going to run a little bit on top of this just to seal off those corners because I can't really stitch on this. This is going to be a pocket. Alright, we'll let that dry and we'll come back and look at it. I'm going to put these last two little pieces of rice paper that I have down on just some book page. And then I can use that book page to cut it up into tags or pockets or whatever I would want to use it for. And see, this will hold up for you to put your glue on the rice paper instead of on your object. So there's one, and that would be a nice pocket there. That I would have to back it with something, of course, but that'd still be a nice pocket. And then I'll put this other piece here, and that'll be a nice pocket. So I'll just glue that down. That way I don't waste any of it, which I wouldn't waste it anyway. I'll save anything that I have left, little pieces, I save it for collages or little clusters. Y'all can tell my favorite place to eat, Olive Garden. That was a gift card. It's already been used up, but I use it for this. Alright, we're going to let that dry before I do any cutting or anything on it. And I may be able to do this tag, this last little piece. I think I will. Yep, it's just the right size that way. Now I can put book page down through here. Let's see. That's talking about Christmas. I don't want to put Christmas book page down through there. Let's just put some more of this vintage vintage music page down through here. Not book page. We'll just use the rest of this up because it is, like I said, it's very fragile. And I've had it in my stash, so we're going to use it today. How are you guys? How's everybody doing? We're doing good. Whit's doing better. A lot of people have been asking about him. He's doing a lot better. He can tell now that he has had the surgery, because, you know, when he first had it, he couldn't really tell a lot of difference because he was just getting over COVID. So, but he says he can tell a big difference now. He has a lot more energy, and he doesn't get tired out as quick. He's not short of breath like he was. So, he's doing a lot better. Thank you for asking about him. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and trim it because I want to see what it looks like. But I would wait till it dries if I were you. Don't trim it with it wet with glue like I am. You guys know how impatient I am, though, and I like to finish stuff, so when I get it started, I don't want to put it aside. I just want to do it. I don't want to wait on it to dry. I don't want to lay it aside. I just want to get it done. Alright. Oh, I like that. Yes. This is all gluey, so I'm going to throw that away. I like that. That will go good in that journal. Cute. I'm going to dry on some of these with my heat tool, just so that we can go ahead and trim them and take a look at what they look like. Oh, this mat is also heat resistant, so I've had a lot of people say, don't dry on that on your table like that, it'll ruin my underneath mat, self-healing mat. But this is heat resistant, so underneath this will be cool as it can be. Now that one I didn't get glued well. You can tell when you dry on that if you've got them glued well or not. You can see right here, so I'm going to put more glue on that. Alright, I think that's dry enough. And look at all the things that we made in just a short time. And like I said, they may be bowed just a little bit, but if they are, just put them under something heavy, or you can iron them if you want to. If you want to iron, you can iron them. Me? No. But you, yes. Okay, trim that off a little bit. And lay that one there. This one I don't think needed any trimming or anything. I'll leave that one till last, but that one doesn't need any trimming. This one we'll cut it in half. And we will make another pocket or something out of this. And I think I'm going to leave that edge right there. I like that. Let's see. We might straighten this one up a little bit. Okay. Let's go ahead and straighten this one up too. And that is pretty straight, so I'm not going to fool with that one. This one is the one that we need to glue really well. There we go. And then we've got our paper bag. And I don't need any trimming or anything done on that, but I'm still letting that dry a little bit. It's almost dry, but I'm going to put it under some books. I'm going to like how that looks. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at them and see if we need to do any other embellishing or trimming, as the case may be. I think on this one, all it needs is some ink. And then I'm going to stitch, but you don't have to. I've got a little piece right here. It's trying to come up on me. There we go. There's that one. Now, this one, we'll need to put it on something thicker because this paper was so... I'm going to grab my go-to, and that's these Tim Holtz backings, ephemera backings that I get. And then on this side, I'll probably cover that with paper, or you could write on that, actually. You could. Let's see. What will we put this on with? I think I'll put this on with my glue stick. So let's do it this way. Grab Olive Garden. Yeah, that is gonna make it a lot better. So I like my pockets and my tags, I like them to be stiffer. I don't like them to be so flimsy. It's gonna make I cannot talk. That is going to make a nice pocket. Yeah, and then we'll cover the back with something, but I think, do I want to make this into a pocket, or I think I'm going to make this into a journaling card. So I'm going to grab my little tool here, and I'm going to round the corners. This is a little bit big for a pocket, so I'm going to have it a journaling card. And then we can add a flower to this. Make sure I've got the right way up. And let's grab a flower. I think I might just do that flower right there. That is from the Tim Holtz wallpaper collection. These were in the, oh no, they're going to be in, what are they going to be in? They're going to be in the AJ kits, is that right? Or were they, no, they were in the E-Club kit for September. I'll get it right in a minute. I got a phone ringing, text coming. I got FedEx outside my door and I'm trying to craft, so, and my kiddos are not here today, so it's mama alone. Let me grab a dry one. I don't need a wet one on this. And Whip went to the post office, so he does our post office runs if he's not feeling bad, which normally Brandon has been doing them since he's been feeling bad, but he's feeling a lot better, so he did the run today. Yeah, I like that better as a journaling card. Isn't that cute? And then if you want to, you can go ahead and put a label on there. I think I'm going to put a little washi right here at the bottom. This is some cute washi. I think we got this in our AJ kit last time. And it is actually on the roll backwards. When you pull it off, you have to turn it over or turn it around. Because the writing, if you pull it out this way, the writing's upside down. So this is like for a left-handed person, and I pull mine off with my right hand, so I don't know. Okay, and then I think up here I feel like it needs a label or something, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Don't you? I'm going to use all of Katie's labels up, and then I'll have to print a lot more. Oh, that says August. Let's see. 1919? I don't know. August something. I don't want to put that one on there. I don't want it to be August forever. Oh, I like that one now. That one's cute. I like the other one too. I just didn't want to put it on this. I'll save it for actual 1919 or not 2019 or whatever it says. 01/29/19. I think that's what it says. There we go. So that is finished, ready to go in our journal. Other than, and like I said, I'll probably put some coffee dyed paper on the back. So we'll lay that one aside. This one, I don't know that it needs anything else but stitching. So I'm going to lay that one over there. This, of course, it's going to need a backing on it because it's very thin. So we'll go ahead and back it on here just like we did that other one. I'm very sticky with glue. Now you can trim this with your trimmer. I'm just going to give it a shot like this. It may not be exactly straight. If it's not, I can always fix it. It's probably not. Let's go ahead and trim it. Alright, we need a little more glue right here. go ahead and round these corners. And I'm going to add a little bit of ink. And I think this could use a flower as well, don't you? What about that one? Is that a little bit too off color for that? I would like to have a tall one, but I don't have anything printed. I don't have any of those tall ones printed right now. Not printed. I would like to have a tall one, but I don't have any of those tall ones cut out right now. So I think I might use that one. I think that one will look okay. So we're going to put that down. Sorry, I had to take time out and sneeze and answer the door and answer my phone and answer my text. I went out yesterday, out and about. I had an appointment, and so when I came back in, here I go again, sneezing and coughing. I don't know what the deal is. Either something's dying, something's blooming, something's out there that doesn't like me. I had already got over all my sneezing and coughing from when I had COVID, and then all of a sudden started back up again. I just think this is an allergy kind of though. I mean, I don't feel bad. It's just all of a sudden I'll start sneezing like crazy any minute now. Let's see. Oh, let's put that one on there. I like that. Now, if you have not already gone over and downloaded your labels from Betty, from Katie, go over and do that. They're over on our blog. That link is usually always below, unless something happens and it gets deleted, which I don't think it has. And it'll say blog freebies or something like that. Look at my yuck on my glue. That's cute. I like that one. Okay. Now this one, what do you think we should do with this one? Ooh, I do need a tall one on that one. What if we put a tall piece of greenery on there? Don't know how that'll look, but we'll find out in just a second. Oh, I like that. I like that. Let me look at one more and we'll see which one we like the best. This one is a little bit bigger. I think I like the one that's curved better. So let's put that on there. Now this is, are these stickers? I can't remember. I don't think these are stickers. Let me try to get the backing off. If it's a sticker, it'll come off, and if not, it won't. It's not a sticker. I haven't used one in so long, see? Can't even remember. But I'm just going to use my glue right up the edges behind where the leaves are. That way it'll cover my glue up like that. I'm going to have to put a little dot there. And then we'll go up like this. Oh yes, I like that. I'll grab our little towel. Dry that up. Cute. Trim that little guy off down there. I like that now. And I am going to put a couple of pieces of this washi across. To me, it just, I don't know, almost looks like it's holding the flower down. See if I put it the right way up. And then we'll put a label over here. And I just keep reaching back for Katie's label. Oh, flowery. That's pretty. Flowery. I need to fix my glue stick there, don't I? I think I pressed down way too hard on that last one. There we go. I'm just going to wipe that off, that big blob. Okay, and we'll put a little, and then I'll repunch my hole and probably put some seam binding, some crinkle seam binding in the top. I got a computer over there that just keeps trying to talk to me. Okay, this one, I don't know. I may back that with something that's a little bit thin, but I don't think I'm going to put anything else on it. What do you think? Maybe a little flower here? We could always go with a little flower. I know we could do that one. It kind of matches that one. And I know this is a sticker. Now I've lost my little getter, because I've worked myself in a mess. Okay. Now that's going to have a white edge. But what we're going to do is we're going to rub that down really well into that page there. I usually use my bone folder, but right now I don't know where it is. And then I'm going to take my little tool here, my ink tool, and I'm going to go around that and just kind of blend it in with the background. And that will tone down that white, and it will make that flower look more like it's just part of the page, like that. Okay, put a little ink around it. All right, that one's done. And then, ooh, we got a little piece coming up here. And then this one. I don't want to do a lot to this one because I love this. So I don't want to put any more flowers on there. We might put a butterfly on there. What do you guys think? You want a butterfly on it? Let's see. I think Katie even has some butterflies in here for me. In this little folder. I don't know how she got so much in this folder. It's a little bit different color. Oh, that one would work. You got a little yellow right here, so that's going to work. He's flying ready for that flower. And then I'll put seam binding up here at the top, and I will stitch around it. I'll wait till all the glue dries. Cute. I like that. So these are a few ways that you can use your rice paper. Don't just sit it aside and be afraid to use it. Just drag it out and start. That's what I did. And I haven't done any of this with rice paper in a while, so it has been a while. All right, I'm going to put this on a piece, and then that's going to be the last one that we have. I'm going to put it on, I'm going to back it on here, and then that will be all of them finished. If I can remember not to press so hard on my glue stick. I'm going to trim this off a little bit, and then I'll probably put it in my trimmer and finish it up because the edges are a little bit off. There we go. There's another, and I'm going to go ahead around my corners. Now this could be a little pocket, or it could be a journaling card. I don't know which I'll use it for, so I'm just going to go ahead and prepare it for either. Because I can still use it as a pocket, even if it's got rounded corners. So, alright, that is it. And look how many we've done. And it hadn't took that long, has it? Or maybe I just got used to playing and I was having fun and didn't pay attention. I don't know. Those are going to be so pretty in our journal. I love them. Alright guys, that is it for this video. If you don't mind, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget that we're going to have a $600 gift card giveaway not too long from now. I promise you it won't be. So all you have to do is subscribe to enter. I've had people say, what do I have to do to enter? Just be a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber and your name gets drawn out, then we can't give you the gift. So you have to subscribe in order to be entered in the giveaway. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.